welcome everyone. I'm Harjit, Ninja reporter for Workplace Ninja Summit, and with my co-reporter.
My, the co-pilot, Frans Outbound, and I also the Ninja reporter for the Workplace Ninja Summit. And together, we are preparing, as I said, the Workplace Ninja Summit. And today we have, again, some featured speakers, Harjit.
Yes, and we got two this time. So,
Yeah,
hey, Esther and Freek, let's start with Esther and introduce yourself. Let people know who you are, what you do, where you're from.
Yeah, so last year I basically said I'm not living in Amsterdam, I'm living a bit north, but I'm from the Netherlands, been in the end user computing space for over 25 years. And I think I shifted from building the virtual desktop infrastructure all the way to process automation these last couple of years. So now I'm eager to also dabble in the Graph API and see if we can get some magic going there as well in
That's
supporting the business.
yeah, that's pretty deep technical stuff there.
Yes, and I love to keep it simple and try to find a really nice examples like barbecue NRMs or building your own burger references to make sure that we all understand the technical parts as well.
Exactly, exactly.
I like
How
the
about you?
burger, so I will be definitely in that session.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Uh, and what about Freek?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Freek Berson. I'm from the Netherlands as well. I actually do live very close to Amsterdam. So daytime job, I'm a product manager for Parallels, primarily focusing on application and desktop delivery technologies, but also a lot of activity in the community, which I enjoy to do. So I've been an MVP for over 13 years now. Dual MVP actually today, so both Azure as well as what is now called Windows and Devices, which used
Yeah,
to be enterprise mobility, which used to be remote desktop services for me. But I enjoy being in the community and sharing knowledge and presenting at conferences or I'm doing that together with Esther as well. So we've been doing that for many years, which is a lot of fun. And so
Okay.
whenever we get the opportunity to present on, well, basically the combination of like anything related to end user computing as well as automation, we're game. So yeah, looking forward to the next event for sure.
What was in the past? What brings you guys together? Because Esther, you're from an automation perspective, Freek more from the end user computing stuff. What was the reason that you are doing stuff together in the community?
Wow. I'm not sure if I can if there's still some NDA in there. But so I got introduced to Freek through the MVP Summit many years ago. And then I also realized that maybe the company that he was working for back then might be a good fit for me as well. So I ended up doing a job interview with Freek after the MVP Summit. But then we basically realized that I wanted to become a freelancer and discover that adventure. But we still were basically in awe of each other's different presentation styles. So Freek is more the relaxed, down to earth. Let's not get too overexcited, but let me clearly explain you all the different steps. Where I'm like this bouncing around personality that is very passionate, very energetic, and really needs her Freek to be there with her to make sure that the message also comes across and not everyone instantly runs off to start trying it themselves. Um,
yeah.
we realized both our strengths and that we wanted to learn from each other. That's basically where the idea grew to start a co-hosting or co-presenting. And well, even though we have a slightly different background, I think discovering Bicep really brought us together and gave us a very common
Mhm.
topic to both be passionate about and share our knowledge with the community.
It's a great marriage of friendships and technical skills and personalities and stuff. So you guys looks like you guys are getting along really well and stuff. So that shows, right? Fantastic. So before we dive into Lucerne and all that stuff, and because Franz has a lot of questions about that, what are you two planning to share or talk about at Ninja? I know you don't know about your sessions and stuff, but in general, what are you planning to talk about, and what do you want people to take away from what you have to share with your wisdom?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think that I know that Esther and I were there last year, right, at the Ninja Summit event. We had a lot of fun, and last year we did sort of a starter kit and a masterclass on automation of Azure Virtual Desktop and automation of EUC environments in general. That was a lot of fun, right? So we did that inside the AVD track, and so this year we're looking at bringing something back again in that area, but then taking it to the next level. So I cannot disclose too much on it, but think about things like the latest innovation when it comes to Bicep, and we might also be looking at using the same automation for example, Windows 365. So think about one topic at least in that area. That's at least what we proposed. So hopefully we'll be back with that one. And then the second one that we also entered is a little bit more different. So I think that we believe that for every Azure Virtual Desktop environment, to take that as the example, there's one thing that's always unique, and that's the applications, right, that you bring inside those deployments. And so we wanted to propose a session that is more into the application side of things. And so we all know, stuff about template images and golden image management and how that is actually very powerful when it comes to AVD environment. But you might also be familiar with MSIX App Attach as a technology, which has been out there for quite some time. So we want to do something in that area, but also take a look at the latest innovations in that area. That's in a nutshell, I think what we're looking at doing.
It's really, really exciting what you're planning to share, because I think I'm already like starting to get excited and want to show up at your session to learn about the stuff you just mentioned. So sounds very interesting.
Definitely.
I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
so the approach that we're hoping to realize in Lucerne is that we're not going to talk from the traditional viewpoint of building a custom image or like a golden image that we used in the past, but to really look at it from a more modern workplace management perspective. And hopefully it's not going to be like an Intune admin versus EUC admin battle, because that's not what I'm striving for. But we do realize that there are certain use cases where Intune might not provide you the fastest pace to build a custom workspace with different specialized applications. So I think what we're trying to establish is to make sure that it focuses on how can you create a workspace that is more in a dynamic way, focused on getting the right applications to the right user on a virtual desktop platform.
I love it. And I think Fran can attest here that the two of you, speaking the two of you, you guys have been probably one of the two people that we've interviewed that have gone really deep into what you're trying to accomplish at Ninja Summit. It's really awesome. Yeah.
I think within this short conversation, we are already seeing stuff of going technical deep, and not to complain about the others, but it's everyone brings his own strength, and I think that's and that's the thing that we see already. What I see on the back of your chair, Esther, there is a nice ninja. I think that is that's something from last year, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the towel. I came prepared. So it's Workplace Ninja Summit 2023 towel. So I wanted to make sure that if I get really excited.
And I'm actually wearing the shirt as well. So
And that's the
Nice
shirt.
job.
That's the shirt from last year. So,
Yeah.
last year you were at the conference. What is for you guys the biggest advantage to be on a conference like Workplace Ninjas in Lucerne this year?
Yeah, I can go first. So for me, it was actually the first time as well. So I was planning on being there the time before, but well, due to some things, I was not able to attend that year. So last year was actually my first Ninja Summit event, and I must say I was blown away by not only like the organization from start to finish, like in terms of communication, like beforehand and during the event and all of that. But also, I think what I really liked is the scale of the event. So it's like it's large enough to have a great crowd and have a good impact within the community, but it's also small enough to have like these small, side discussions during
conversations
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and during lunch and during coffee break, and to actually really interact with the audience. And I think last year you did a really great job in facilitating those kinds of discussions as well, really making it an inclusive events for those people who really want to go, and talk to everyone as well as attend session. I think that's at least I got a lot of positive vibes from last year's event for sure.
And 2 years ago, Esther and I coincidentally were on the same train from Lucerne to Zurich in a different. I was walking around, and all of a sudden we were like, "Hey, you were at the conference, yeah." So,
True.
anyways,
Yeah, and I think that's one of the strong. I'm not going to say selling points, but the strong attributes that you bring to this conference is that first of all, well, in the past you have like your EUC heroes or your workplace ninja heroes that you sometimes feel are not easily approached, but I love how you also put in an extra effort to make sure that each and every attendee and speaker are so eager to share their knowledge and to be passionate about the solutions that they build for their customers and to learn from each other. And it's a very open and inclusive event, as Freek was already mentioning. So that really got me super excited. So yeah, I'm very fortunate to already visit it too. And I'm even more fortunate that Freek will again join me this year and allow me to not just be super nervous about getting the message across or getting the solution presented in a nice and calm manner, but also have enough fun to interact and spread the word.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's meet up in Lucerne in September. First, have some holiday stuff, and then doing stuff with their own family. But then we will meet, and probably earlier. But let's see if we can meet again there.
All right.
So thanks for now, and let's see you again there.
Yeah, and let's hope everyone finds time to come over to Lucerne and have a party with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope to see you
Let's
there.
do that. Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.